Hello guys, today we are going to see a problem called perfect squares from LeetCode. Let's see a problem statement. Given a positive integer n, we need to find the least number of perfect squares which sums to n. So given this input n equal to 13 and output is 2. Now if you see, perfect square 4 and 9 sums up to 13. We can use other combinations as well, but here we need to use minimum number of perfect squares. If you see, this problem is very similar to coin change problem. In coin change problem, our task was to find minimum number of coins which can then sum to a particular number. So for example, here 2, 3, 4 are given, and if you want to get sum as 11, we will have answer 3 by using 4, 4, 3. Now in this problem, we can replace these coins by perfect squares. And here also we got a sum that we need to achieve by using these perfect squares. So let's see how we can solve this problem. Let's see a recursive solution. So here I have a problem where I need to get the sum till n equal to 13 from perfect squares. So now this I is representing the number from which I will calculate perfect square. So here I have three choices. Either I can select 1, or I can select 2, or I can select 3. I cannot go beyond 3 because square of 3 is 9 and square of 4 is 16, which will be greater than 9. So this node will have 3 branches. Now I will go to first branch and I am selecting I equal to 1. So I will subtract 1 from 13 and n will reduce to 12. I can again select I equal to 1, n will reduce to 11. And this will go on until we will reach 0. Similarly, if we wanted to branch out n equal to 12, since we have already selected I equal to 1, now I can select I equal to 2. So I will reduce 12 minus 4, that is n will get reduced to 8 and I is 2 here. This again will have a recursion. Also, we could have selected I equal to 3. In that case, we will subtract 9 from 12. So n will get reduced to 3. Now if you consider this node, all these subtasks will return the minimum number of perfect squares that are needed for n equal to 11, 8 and 3. So for this 12, it has to select minimum of all 3 answers and it will return plus 1 to it. Now at n equal to 13, we can select I equal to 2. So n will get reduced to 9. If we select I equal to 3, then n will get reduced to 4. And these again will have sub-problems. If you try to draw this tree in more depth, you will realize there will be sub-problems which will be repeated. Hence, we can use DP here. This is the code for recursive solution. Here we have two parameters, n as stated in the problem, and SQ represents the I in our previous example. So this is the base condition. If n is equal to 0, then I don't require any digit or number. If square is greater than n, then I am returning max value. Now I am branching out solution. Now my I will start from SQ and its square will go till n, and I will subtract n minus I into I, and I will recurse the problem. I will get the minimum of all answers from sub-problems, then I will return minimum plus 1. And if I haven't find any answer, then I will return integer.max value. Let's see the DP solution for this problem. So initially I have filled my DP array from integer.max value except at the index 0. Here DP of I is representing minimum number of perfect square numbers which are required to make sum I. Now for DP of 1, as we don't have any perfect square number below 1, I will require at least one number. For DP of 2, I will require 2 numbers. For DP of 3, I will require 3. So for DP of 4, I can get answer from DP of 0 or DP of 3. Here I have chosen perfect square number 4 hence I have subtracted 4 minus 4. So my answer will reside at dp of 0 plus 1. And similarly, if I subtract 4 minus 1, that is if I choose perfect square number 1, then I will go to dp of 3 plus 1. So what is the minimum of 2? That is dp of 0 plus 1. So I will write here 1. For dp of 5, I have two perfect square number below 5, 1 and 4. So dp of 5 can get answer from either dp of 1 or dp of 4. In this case, I am choosing 4 as my perfect square number. So I am subtracting 5 minus 4, then I will get 1. In this case, I am subtracting 1 as my perfect square number, then I will subtract 5 minus 1, then I will get 4. So I will get the minimum of 2 and fill my dp of 5, that is 2. Let's fill for dp of 6. Again, I have only two perfect square numbers below 6, that are 1 and 4. So this can be branched into 2. I can use answer of dp of 2 plus 1 or dp of 5 plus 1, and I will choose minimum over the 2. So I will fill dp of 6 with 3, and similarly I can fill all the numbers. Time complexity for this solution would be O of n into root n, as this loop will go n times and this loop will go root n times. There is one more solution to this problem. If you see this recursion tree, at each level of this tree we are choosing one perfect square number and we are recursing down the tree. Previously I had used DFS, which has exponential time complexity. Now if you carefully see, we need to find minimum number of perfect squares to reach that number. What we can do here, we can traverse level by level, and the first level where I will get n equal to 0 will be my answer. Suppose we got n equal to 0 at some 10th level, and here suppose we got n equal to 0 at 5th level, and here also we got n equal to 0 at suppose 3rd level. So if we traverse level by level, then we will reach this level first, and we can easily say we will take 1, 2 and 3 perfect numbers to reach n equal to 0. Hence this will be my answer. So we can use BFS also to solve this problem, and it will be much faster than DFS. The code for this BFS will be in description below. You can check out there. Thanks for watching.